Boom. And we are live.
We are in there.
Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto episode 121.
121.
Today is Monday, March 12th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish.
Oh, yeah.
And if go ahead.
Immediately following interview right into the Gentlemen of Crypto. We're the hardest working man in crypto.
Oh, go ahead. There we go. I like the hardest working man in crypto. Right. So you came on a few minutes before we started. Not a few minutes, about an hour ago. It was kind of like off the cuff. We knew we were going to be doing a lot of reviews this week, which we are. We're going to have reviews coming to you almost every day from different ICOs and stuff this week. But, you know, one of the things we were able to do this weekend was get an interview with Bob Stewart from ExoChain. He's their CEO and co-founder. They're helping to bring medical, basically your medical records to the medical community without that third party centralized person or group of people holding on to your records. So it was a pretty good interview. Again, you can go check that out. It's on the channel. We just uploaded. We just got finished with it for those who are just joining us. But yeah, it was a pretty good interview. So go back, check it out. Of course, do your own research. All our interviews and reviews, they are all sponsored. So do your own research. But we do try to ask as many objective questions as we can in the time frame allotted. So for those who joined us for that interview today, thank you. All right, to go ahead and kick this thing off, free Bitcoin from last time. Who won it? What did they do? Tell us about them.
All right, so our question was about Binance. Do you think they handled the hack properly, or not the hack, but the actual action that happened with Viacoin? Proche actually put that they think that's the best response they could have had to this issue, simply because as an exchange, they are still a business, and if you want to go at hackers or people, you know, doing bad stuff, you want to be vigilant. Make sure you communicate. That was the biggest thing to me, was they communicated every step of the way. They tweeted it, they put it out, you know, message boards like, look, this is what we're doing, this is what happened, this is how we'll fix it. So shout out to you for that comment, and we'll be sending you that free Bitcoin.
Thank you. And again, definitely want to give the newsletter updates and Discord groups. That's going along well. We're building that thing up, so you can go ahead while we still have our reduced prices. Looks like we're going to have those prices reduced until this upcoming Sunday. You're putting out a new newsletter today, right?
New newsletter
so we have
today.
A new newsletter dropping today. Some more charts out this week. Market, of course, is still bouncing up and down all around. So as Bitcoin always says, this is the best time to learn. And you can literally sign up for that on our join. Hit the join tab on Kirby Crypto, and it's less than a cup of coffee a day.
Oh yeah.
And you just added a new video. I think we talked about this last week. How to get off Coinbase. Everybody was asking
that.
How to get out. He did the video a long time ago. People, he was waiting to release it on this, so he released how to get off Coinbase.
Yep. For the subscribers, like I said, a lot of work we're doing is for the people that want to subscribe and that want to learn about different stuff. Like I said, we have 4 tutorials up. We do 2 a week. We have our live conference coming up later this month. Newsletter dropping today, and we got merch available as well.
Oh, Bitcoin,
which I may be sending to some people. This is based on the stuff that happened this weekend and last night with your boy John Oliver.
So we'll talk more about John Oliver soon. Yeah. All right, first to start off too, let's go ahead. We got a new Dino today. You know what happens? It's always on the weekend. We go out, you know, we close down the park. We come back and there's like a little hole in the fence or something. I mean, it's not even bold enough to really rip the fence open. It's just like a little hole at the bottom that they kind of snuck through. So what did this little Dino do today?
All right, well, we have a former Secretary of Economic Affairs from India who basically just admitted how incompetent governments are, because he said they should ban all cryptocurrency simply because there is no way to regulate it. He said the only way to properly regulate it is to go into people's homes, get all of their computing devices, find all the transactions, which we've been trying to explain to you.
Dictatorship much lately?
Yeah, exactly. We've been trying to explain to you that regulation is something that can only be done to big businesses and big institutional players. The regular mom and pop people, they can't. I mean, literally, they have to go through millions of transactions, millions of different people, and then link all the links together in order to properly regulate it. So he basically just admitted that we can't regulate it. We don't have enough manpower. There isn't enough technology.
So ban it all. Get rid of it. Yeah. We don't want it.
Which is crazy, because these regulators kill me with the whole we need to regulate the stuff. And it's like, as soon as they realize you don't and you can't, it'll be a whole different tune. It'll be, well, we want to regulate exchanges, you know, or we want to regulate a certain type of coin. But yeah, it's just an admittal to what we've been saying for a long time. Regulators going away, man. Little by little.
What is this? Did they give a name for them?
Yeah. His name is it starts with a SH.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, Shaktakanta Das, which sounds like something you catch on your feet, but whatever. Yeah, just another regulator, another Dino.
We're gonna get a thumbs down for that one.
Yeah.
All right. So officially, Indian Secretary of Economy Affairs Shaktakanta Das. We just want to let you know you want to be infamous, and we're going to make you that right here with this loud roar. Let's go ahead and give it to him. Oh, it sounds so sweet. I imagine that's probably how they sound when they're actually discussing regulations to each other. Like, you can't stop me. Oh my goodness, this is terrible.
I said a bunch of nothing.
All right, but in better news, and definitely bullish for crypto in general, and I want to give this guy a hand clap. Slow clap. Both fast, slow, a little bit of everything. And that's John Oliver, all right? Don't really watch the show. That's only because I don't watch that much TV in general, but I definitely catch clips as part of it. And I saw the clips start going around on Twitter yesterday about the crypto stuff, so of course I was like, I'm about to watch the whole show, see what's going on, as did Bitcoin Zay. But John Oliver came out. And first, I also want to say something. I think it's on Cointelegraph, CoinDesk. I'm not sure, but the headline reads, John Oliver compares Bitcoin with BitConnect and ridicules Tap Scott's dumb and nugget metaphor. All right, that's definitely a clickbait article. That's not what happened. I think he did an excellent job in explaining Bitcoin, blockchain, and some of the technology and people around it in a very short amount of time. I think literally, a few minutes. He did some clips from Banking on Bitcoin. But John Oliver, of course, he had thrown a couple of jokes, but he did a really good job of explaining Bitcoin to the masses, explaining blockchain to the masses, and why you should have it. And I don't know,
better than CNBC.
Yeah, way better than CNBC. And I applaud him and his show writers and everything for it. What are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, well, I like the fact that he explained Bitcoin in a regular fashion, not just straight metaphors that had nothing to do with anything. Then he put the funny into it, but the actual explanation made sense. I think somebody who just found out about Bitcoin would be able to explain it, to a family member or so. But yeah, good job on that. And then of course the funny part about it, Keegan Peele. Actually,
oh my goodness, he killed it.
Yeah, I mean, or not Peele, but Key, which is his name, Keegan Michael Key. He actually came out and made fun of what you see on the sweatshirt now. I'll be probably sending him a free T-shirt or some merch to wear.
The BitConnect guy is about to be huge, people.
Oh yeah. The way he did it was like perfect. He had people in the background. And he was
or locked up, but we'll see what
you want. I'm serious. Yeah, but it is hilarious to me that they found that clip. Sort of an inside joke with crypto.
Yeah, they're not supposed to know. That's why I like it. The mainstream should not have known about Carlos, BitConnect, Waza.
Now he's about to be super famous.
He's about to be super. But you know what? I will say John Oliver basically said, he could just be making this up, but clearly there is someone on his team who knows about crypto, who's in the ecosystem. He even said the one guy who he claimed worked for them. Again, that could just be read into the joke. It could be real. But yeah, it had to be somebody on the inside to know about Carlos too. The whole Waza and the BitConnect.
Probably showed them that video.
They probably watch our show. I won't be surprised. It's like, but it's all good. Yeah. But no, so yeah, again, a slow clap to John Oliver. Definitely did a great job on that. Way better. Way better than a lot of your contemporaries. So I think that was pretty cool, and I think we should definitely share that around because for people who don't know about crypto and Bitcoin, that short segment right there will at least pique their interest. I would say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
BitConnect will not die. I promise you.
BitConnect will live forever. Listen,
never go away.
Look, they need to just shut down and relaunch literally another BitConnect coin, BitConnect everything with the exact same model because at this point it's just so many people know about it but don't know what it is. Yeah. They would still take a market share. Yeah. It's still like, listen, if BitConnect were to relaunch, like they would shut everything down and relaunch like a month, it's a $3 token at least. It's going to be a $3 start off, it's going to go up to 15, 20 in no time.
Oh yeah, I think the price actually jumped like 10% last night.
Off the thing, right?
Yeah, it was just hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Other good news in the space, Binance is back in the news. Of course, they suffered that hack, or I won't say, was it officially a hack or what?
No, it wasn't a hack.
Unofficial hack. Somebody's
bot went crazy.
Right, somebody's bot went crazy, and of course, they like any other exchange, they've been having attempted hacks on or whatever. But regardless, Binance offers a $250,000 bounty for the arrest of hackers. The Binance cryptocurrency exchange is offering $250,000 equivalent bounty on the arrest of the hackers involved in the March 7th incident. Binance stated in an announcement in March 11th. According to the announcement, the first person to supply the information that results in a legal arrest in any jurisdiction, that's around the world, people, will receive the bounty in Binance Coin BNB. Listen, there's still real money. That thing has been going up in value since more people started using Binance, which is traded and used on the exchange. If there are multiple sources of information that lead to the final arrest, the bounty may be split between sources. Binance is quoted as being saying to ensure a safe crypto community, we can't simply play defense. We need to actively prevent any instances of hacking before they occur, as well as follow through after the fact. Even though the hacking attempt was against Binance on March 7 was not successful, it was clear it was a large-scale organized effort. This needs to be addressed. In addition to this current bounty, Binance has allotted an additional $10 million in crypto reserves for future bounty rewards against any hacking attempts on Binance.
Hey, time to snitch.
Listen, that is how you self-regulate, people. You don't need your government coming in. You don't need the SEC coming in or IRS to say, hey, we got $100,000 for these Telegram pump and dumpers. No SEC and IRS. You guys are the biggest market manipulators out there. But I do like these private companies that are joining together and linking up in places like Binance, saying that, hey, right now we got $250,000, if anybody have any names. And we got another $10 million reserves in case you know anybody else involved in this. And I think that's going to help the industry go in a good way. There's plenty of money to go around. If you really want to stop hacking, you got to put the money behind it, not just with white hat hackers, but with the community as well. So,
and I think, the Sam Rothstein way of justice works a lot better than running to the police. Just bring out the hammer, make an example of one or two. And
just called what you said. You said the Sam Rothstein. That's like one of my favorite movies.
Sam Rothstein Justice.
He's talking about Casino.
Yeah, Casino. If you haven't seen Casino, as soon as they found somebody cheating or trying to take their money, they didn't call police. They literally go get the hammer, and we're going to handle this the way we want to handle it. Throw them out into the alley. Go tell your friends. And I'm pretty sure, if they offered $250,000 back then, he would have snitched on the other guy. So that's what's going to happen with these hackers. I think it's the snitching time. I know this guy who was thinking about it.
Right. Well, and the thing about this, people, a lot of people need to remember, especially here, like in some of the first world countries in Europe or here in the United States, some of these exchanges and some of these businesses in the crypto industry, we already know this is the Wild West. They aren't located in first world countries. They're actually located in countries where eye for an eye type of things may be socially acceptable. We say that because, you're right. If you are stealing from these exchanges, you're hacking, you're doing all this other stuff. They're starting to offer up rewards and stuff. As Bitcoin, as they said, they might take the casino route. They might not call because nowhere in that was mentioned. I think they said they said at least an arrest any jurisdiction. But again, in some jurisdictions, that might come in a lashing. Singapore, you can get whipped. You're literally catching a lashing for that type of behavior. So, again, I think that's a positive thing for the industry as well. Put the money behind the tech as far as making sure these hacks do stop and don't go unnoticed.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of more mainstream stuff, Canadian mass media information company Thomson Reuters has announced a launch of a Bitcoin sentiment data feed, according to Reuters press release today, March 12. The release states that through the partnership of Reuters and Market Psych Data LLC, the company is releasing a new version of its Market Psych indices, which will now scan more than 400 news and media sites related to cryptocurrencies in its feed. Basically, what this means is that Reuters understands that institutional and accredited and all these well-known investors with all this money don't have Twitter feeds.
Yeah.
They don't have Twitter feeds. They're not on Facebook like that. They're not on any social media channels. They don't know what Telegram is. They're not on Discord. Right? This is unrehearsed, people. They are not on any of these things. So what they're using, some people are using traditional TA methods. Some aren't even doing that. But a lot of these traditional investors and a lot of these businesses out there that are getting into the crypto ecosystem, they're trying to trade and they're getting wrecked.
Yeah.
They are getting wrecked day in and day out, and they're trying to figure out how there is teenagers out there making killings, how we're going live every day talking about crypto, and they just can't seem to figure out. So Reuters said, we're going to help you solve this problem. They got together with this business. I'm assuming this business Market Site probably did a good 98% of the group project. Put Reuters' 2% name on the banner here so they both can get paid off it. But their group project is basically bringing all these market sentiments. They even quoted as saying greed and fear to try to determine and judge that, and to basically spit it out in a nice, pretty present to give to those people who have the most money but the less time to do the research. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I think market sentiment is one of those shaky things that just because the market is, thinking that way in my opinion, market makers use market sentiment against people. So if you have a lot of people who think it's bearish or it's going down, boom, that's a perfect time to use that as liquidation fuel, basically, to raise the price, and vice versa. If everybody's bullish, oh, it's going to the moon now, we're finally out of the dark.
Probably not.
And then boom, the hammer comes. Like last night, you just saw the price drop. I think $900 overnight, just like that, because probably market sentiment was we're going to at least 10K, this and that, such alongs. And then boom, it reverses. So especially during times like now where it's uncertain, it's a lot of chop. It's not any one direction.
What you know about chop?
Then boom, all of a sudden market sentiment is used against you. So I kind of don't go off market sentiment. But if you have Twitter, you do proper TA. I mean, we've been so involved in it now. A lot of stuff is second nature. You see one coin go up, another one is. You see certain news, it could be fake, airdrop news, stuff like that. So it helps out the people who need help, so to say, but it almost doesn't help some of the people who have been around a while, because if you start using that, it might be a contraindicator to what you want to do. So,
and honestly, I think it might be too, because we always talk about you sell the news. So if depending on how involved they are in the ecosystem, they could literally just be helping to sell the news, because if they're giving indicators that they're finding from these social media sites, that they're aggregating from all these different 400 sources or whatever, that means they had to find it in the news.
Absolutely.
That means it's already out. The trade has already happened. So again, it'll be. But again, these are some companies. Reuters won't put their name on anything. Granted, I'm sure not many of the people know what they're doing in this space, but I'm hoping that they do bring out a great product, because hey, this is all about mainstream adoption and pushing it forward. However, kind of like you said, if they're going off these indicators,
I mean, just for an example, this morning I was reading an article that said Bitcoin pushes towards 10,000 in new bullish sentiment, it came out this morning. However, by the time that article came out, the price has already gone down to 9,300. So it's literally almost a contradiction indicator. So do the opposite is what I would say.
Right. Speaking of which, as far as the indicators and stuff, Google, you remember Google I don't say last month, we're in March already, wow. Google back in December basically said, or January, Google came out and said, hey, some of the top search words of the year were Bitcoin, blockchain, ICO, and all that good stuff. Well, it looks like Google is coming back out and saying that searches for Bitcoin are now in a slump, and it's being synchronized with the Bitcoin's price, which we know already. No one wants to be in this game when the price isn't as high as they want. It's up and down. It's all the volatility, and no one knows what's going to happen next. So because of that, people just tune out, and that's what looks like is happening. So kind of going back to the last story, when you're talking about these market indicators, that Reuters is going to be doing this, what is it called? Market Psych Data LLC. If the sentiment does die down when the price goes down, how much information can they aggregate? And even the fact, it's kind of interesting to see, just because the price isn't where it's at, that so many people tuned out.
Yeah, and it's amazing how many people want to buy at 17,000, but once it, goes to 6, 7, all of a sudden it's, well, I had my opportunity, but, it could go lower. I don't know what could happen. It's like, well, that's exactly what we mean by being, an actual trader or somebody in the industry, or just a speculator who jumps in when they think it's the right time. So, it's one of those things where you can't change human psychology. You can only just trade against it. So that's
well, there's definitely a lot of personalities out there that have disappeared during these tough times. KH said 6K before bounce, says my crystal ball. What?
It looks like a lot of sentiment, which I will say, a lot of the bull runs I've seen have started when everybody was giving up hope. And the same thing, a lot of drops happened when everybody was very, very hopeful. So, if the market makers think everybody thinks it's going to 7K or 6K, like people have been saying, then boom, you might have a quick liquidation cycle where, it takes it past 10,000. It's just one of those things where you have to have a clear direction of where you're trading, have a plan, and then go from there. So, it could not, but honestly, right now, it does look like it is in a bearish sentiment. So, we'll see.
There we go. Appreciate Sergeant Crypto. Smash the like, people.
Somebody said they recognize Carlos Matos. Shout out BitConnect.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. That's why I don't think people, I won't speak for him, but I wonder if they understand that to some of them, and even him, we've seen him back on Twitter and stuff. He laughs, promote.
If that's him.
Yeah. Right. But, I saw a video of him. He was kind of like laughing. So that's my thing is it's kind of funny for some of the people in the BitConnect thing. Fiasco is crazy. But yeah, when some of these people see you at the airport that did lose their life savings and stuff, I mean, that's going to be pretty awkward. So, Zay, what are your thoughts on the new Trezor T?
Haven't checked it out yet. Give me some time. I'll get back to you.
Okay, we'll get that to you. In fact, we might do a video on that in the group as well. So, perfect. All right, what else is going on? Crypto advertisers on Google AdWords report ad suspensions and account terminations. All right, back to Google. What's going on with Google now? Yeah, first they say, all right, nobody's checking these sites no more. Nobody clicking on Bitcoin anymore. Now we're suspending ads suddenly. Now, since they're not doing it, I'm assuming because from a business point of view, it is no longer financially advantageous. What is going on with Google?
Well, with Google, they're following in the steps of Facebook and some of these other websites who are disallowing any type of crypto advertisement, even if it is honest, good business people or good work people are doing educational-wise. They are banning anything with the word crypto or Bitcoin in it simply because I think they want to, on the surface, stop scams. But even deeper than that, I think they want to nip it in the bud, so to say, because if they allow just freely, just advertise anything you want, you will get a lot of garbage out there, which it's a free market. So in my opinion, you should allow it out there. However, for their business model, they can be blamed or maybe even sued potentially by people who say, well, you allowed this ad to run and it was a $1 billion scam, this and that, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, I'm sure they have their reasons. However, it's in a free market, it kind of sucks that everybody gets put in the same basket just because of, the name cryptocurrency. So, Google is Google. They do what they do. They aggregate data. They make the rules. It's their business. So.
And again, I mean, this is just another strong case for decentralized search engines, decentralized social networks, decentralized everything because, like you said, right or wrong, good ads or bad ads, no one's asking you to play parent. No one is asking you to play parent. I do want to see all the ads. I want to see some of the bad ads. Yeah, I want to see some of the BitConnect ads so I can look at it and say, oh, I hope no one else is doing this. So when we do have a question from a client asking us about some far-fetched USI tech where we can say, hey, I saw the commercial, I did my homework.
Trash.
Right. But if you're hiding all those ads and they're still going to do ads, they're going to do advertising, they're going to do marketing, they're going to use other channels that people won't know about as much. It won't be as mainstream, but if people start seeing it on those channels that don't have anybody to talk to about, they're going to buy into it. So I don't know. Of course, we're about to talk about that Sergeant Crypto. That is actually next. South Carolina wants to ban Genesis mining over unregistered securities.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, when it comes to all these states and banning, you all know how we feel about regulation. But, nothing is under, they say over unregistered securities. Exactly. They haven't paid somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't paid the right person. And so, I mean, come on. And no offense to anybody that's from there. I love the place. Great biscuits and gravy. But South Carolina, why are you even talking about securities? Like, come on. Come on. That's not what you do down there.
It's because Texas did it, and then somebody else did it. So I guess they figured, hey, a state SEC, we can come in and send out some cease and desist letters because we don't see you. We didn't see your check coming.
We didn't see the check. I mean, that's really. This is people. For those who haven't been to South Carolina, South Carolina is the country. A good thing too. Again, it's
black forces and white socks country.
Small town folks, a bunch of small towns everywhere. It gets dark. You go to downtown Columbia, you got one street. A couple warehouses that serve alcohol inside. You go in there and have a good time.
Oh, yeah. Pre-game at the McDonald's.
But it's not the place to talk about securities, period. Like, I don't even know how that word even came up there. So that's kind of interesting, which to me, again, makes it look like, all right, where's the money grab? Like, where's the business behind this? Because you're not going, for one, South Carolina, how do you even know what Genesis mining is?
Yeah. I guess one of the regulators' kids was on Genesis mining and they got treated. Yeah, I don't know.
He's like, you making how much? You do?
Yeah, exactly. And maybe one of them, have some experience with crypto and have heard of it. Who knows? However, in my opinion, hands off. Just don't use it. If you don't want people to use it, then don't use it. It's not like you should be telling other people you shouldn't use it because it could have some securities tied to it, whatever. But it's a money grab. They need to pay up, and they need to bring them that brown paper bag.
I'm not sure about the energy consumption, but I actually think South Carolina would be a good place. This is just off cuffs. Good for mining in general because it is like a bunch of land where you can hide one. You can hide one in place. Well, actually, the heat though. Yeah. The heat will kill it. The heat will kill it in the summertime.
True.
Do we mine any cryptos? It's possibly. but not, you know
None
how
of
it
your
is.
business.
you know how it is. We'll join the private Discord group. We'll talk in full detail about all that good stuff, people.
Oh, yeah.
We actually have a sub hitter for mining in the Discord group.
Yeah.
Right. But,
Well, we put more information about that, but yeah.
Right. So yeah, we can talk to you about it for sure. All right. Other than that, you know, same on the crypto. Price is still going crazy. Hasn't decided when they want to slow down or speed up, but that's all good. Any other things going on? Free Bitcoin Day. What are we doing actually?
Well, for the free Bitcoin, and in light of the Genesis mining securities regulations, what other hash flare or any other mining companies do you think may get hit with a cease and desist? Because the contracts that they offer technically can be interpreted as securities depending on who you ask, but also can be looked at as a way for people to make money off of something without having to get the hardware themselves. So let us know who you think may get hit next, what may happen with this cease and desist order, because we have seen in the future, if one place does it, then all of a sudden people copy. So put your comments on that.
The wolves are about. They're like, you took a bite out of Genesis.
Let's go.
I've been wanting to. You know, I haven't seen a check for them. This place probably don't even know. It states it's like, wait, Genesis, wait, they're registered here too.
Yeah,
that's if you got paid off this, I haven't got paid off this.
Yeah,
cease and desist.
Exactly. So put your comments, put that public address, and we'll send you that free Bitcoin.
There you go, people. Other than that, again, if you want to just go ahead and comment, we love constructive criticism. Again, we appreciate all the comments you give and all the support you guys give. So if it's something on the show you'd like to see, let us know. Again, if you haven't already, go ahead and go to Kirby Crypto, KRBECRYPTO.com. Go ahead and click that join button. You still have a few days left to get the reduced price on it. We have a newsletter come out today. Tutorial coming out this week as well. Twice a week tutorials. And then we'll be doing toward the end of the month, we'll be doing a video conference, kind of doing some Ask Me Anythings and providing a lot of information in the space as well. So, absolutely. As always, thanks for joining. We will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Don't let the market get you down. Keep buying. Keep storing. Of course, this isn't financial advice, but it's just what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Until next time, take care, folks. Cheers.
Have a good one.